Every year on Veterans Day my mom cries. Not just a few tears. Full-on sobbing. She locks herself in her room. She doesn't answer phone calls. She doesn't eat. She just sits by the window holding an old photograph of a man in uniform. For years I thought it was just her thing. Something I wasn't supposed to ask about. But this year I couldn't ignore it anymore. I needed to know the truth. And when I finally found out, it broke my heart. Everything I thought I knew about my family was a lie. And I'll never see my mom the same way again. My name's Maya. I'm 16. I live in a small town in Pennsylvania with my mom. It's always been just the two of us for as long as I can remember. My dad died when I was a baby. At least that's what I was told. My mom never really talked about him. No stories. No memories. Just a few old photos tucked away in a drawer somewhere. Growing up I learned not to ask. Because every time I did she'd get this distant look in her eyes. Like she was somewhere far away. Somewhere painful. So I stopped asking. I figured if she wanted to tell me she would. My mom is strong. Like really strong. She works 2 jobs to keep us afloat. She never complains. She's always there for me when I need her. She's funny and warm and honestly she's my best friend. But there's this one day every year where everything changes. Veterans Day. Most people celebrate. They go to parades. They thank veterans for their service. They post on social media. But in our house, it's like the world stops. My mom calls in sick to work. She turns off her phone. She closes all the curtains. And she just disappears into herself. The first time I really noticed it I was maybe 10 years old. I came home from school excited because we'd made paper flags in art class. I ran into the house yelling, "Mom, look what I made." But she wasn't in the kitchen like usual. I found her in her bedroom sitting on the floor crying. She was holding this old photograph. A man in military uniform. Young. Smiling. I'd never seen him before. "Mom." I whispered. "Are you okay?" She looked up at me with red, swollen eyes. She tried to smile. "I'm fine, baby. Just remembering." She wouldn't tell me who the man in the photo was. And I was too young to push. So I just hugged her. And every year after that the same thing happened. Like clockwork. November 11th would roll around and my mom would shut down. This year felt different though. Maybe because I'm older now. Maybe because I'm tired of not knowing. But when I saw her sitting by the window again this Veterans Day holding that same photograph, something inside me snapped. I couldn't just pretend anymore. I needed answers. The day before Veterans Day we had an assembly at school. They brought in veterans to talk about their service. Students stood up and shared stories about their parents or grandparents who served. It was emotional. People were crying. I sat there quietly feeling nothing. Because I didn't have a story to share. I didn't know anything about my dad except that he was gone. After the assembly my best friend Jenna came up to me. "You okay?" she asked. I shrugged. "Yeah, I guess." "You never talk about your dad," she said softly. "Was he in the military?" I froze. Honestly I didn't know. "I think so. Maybe." She looked at me confused. "You don't know?" I felt embarrassed. "How do you explain that your own mom won't tell you about your dad? That every time you ask she shuts down?" So I just mumbled, "It's complicated," and walked away. That night at dinner I decided to ask. I'm 16. I deserve to know, right? "Mom," I said carefully. "Can I ask you something?" She looked up from her plate. "Of course, honey." "Was Dad in the military?" Her fork stopped midair. Her face went pale. For a second I thought she might answer. But then she just said, "Why are you asking?" "Because I don't know anything about him," I said, my voice rising. Everyone at school was talking about their families today.